Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. For those that haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As before, they are for the residents of Sarcasm City. You lot get to ask us any sporting question, past or present. So that's any sport, past or present. So whether that's football, whether that's basketball, whether that's NFL, whether that's boxing, whether that's UFC, whatever you want to ask about. Obviously, it's been an action-packed Premier League weekend with Manchester United beating West Ham tonight. Liverpool lost to Leeds at home. Brighton battered Chelsea. Arsenal won 5-0. Manchester City won again. So feel free to get your questions in, people. And don't forget, if you are a member of the channel, people, if you are a member of the channel, the link is in the pinned comment, and one of the perks of the membership is I will get to your question. I will get to your question. And if you are a Sarcasm City General, I believe, which is the highest tier, it is. I don't know what I said. Like I believe, like I didn't know. Then you end up, not only do you get on Q&As on the Twitch, you also get on Q&As on the YouTube as well. So big up Steve. He is one of the Sarcasm City Generals, so that's why he's here. You know what I'm saying? What you saying, my guy? You good, yeah?
I'm fantastic, bro. We're fourth place. Like, of course, man. I'm fantastic.
He's a Newcastle fan as well, for those that don't know. So yeah, Steve is in the building. But of course, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. So I'm joined by some of the regulars. I'm joined by a very happy Chelsea and Lakers fan in the building. Timo is
happy
here.
Lakers fan that don't exist.
Yeah, hey, sarcasm. Yes, Timo, my brother. What are you saying? Yeah, Timo's good. Daniel is also in the building. A very happy Spurs fan, Jez, is also in the building as well. It's happy all around out here. Jez, what are you telling me, my brother? You good?
I'm just here for Peter, bro, because he said he wants to have the full screen in it. I just need a VIP spot.
You don't get there. You got Steve advertising. I think that's a beer, so they can give us a
Twisted tea.
Yeah, Twisted Tea. Hey, send us some bread for the promotion and that. You know what I'm saying? And that Murtaza is also in the building as well.
Murtaza, my fellow Chicagoan. There we go.
You good, Taza?
Bears.
Well, good, man.
Yeah, love that. And last but definitely not least, Daniel, you bless.
Oh, my team suck. There you
go. He's a Chelsea fan. He's a Miami Heat fan. Did your NFL team lose as well, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, man, yo, it happens. But you lot get your questions in. I can see people was here early as well. Anytime one of the top 6 teams get battered, the Q&As are always much more eventful. Big up Emmanuel says, everywhere you go, always take the hair with you. He says, smash the like button on your way in. United on the up, and big up the man them. The reason why we're slightly late is because I was on Shameless FC. But we're here, people. We're here. Big up Paul says, hi guys, big up De Gea, Argentina. PS Chelsea fans, don't ever slag United about losing to Brighton. Okay, I don't know what that last part is. I don't know if that's your whiling. Big up Sarcasm City Badness. Steve mimicking me saying, yes, people, you already know. That's exactly what I'd be saying. You already know. Surfer is also in the building as well. Yes, Surfer, man, what's good?
I did it flawless. I've got another list.
Oh, have you got another list? All right, we're going to get there. I can see.
Yeah.
You're talking
I've seen your tone, like, not change, but you were kind of like that parent who's had enough of your kid acting up, and they've done one more thing that's bad, and then that's where you're just like, right. And
draw the line.
You draw the line in it.
This is when the extension cord is coming up.
This is when the extension in it. And speaking of shit where I should have drew the line, Ahmed is also in the building as well. Yes, Ahmed. I'm blessed. Always good to see you, man. You know that's all I love, man.
You know that pot turtleneck.
Yeah,
Ahmed, all jokes aside, you know you're my young G. You're my guy in it. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I was doing a bit of a cosplay in it. I was at Comic Con today.
Oh yeah, was it good?
Didn't buy that much, to be honest, because like I already have a lot of the stuff there.
No, that's it.
I'd love to see it.
Big up to Victor in the cut as well. Big up to Shane. Big up Flawless just for I drop in and say good night. Hey, I appreciate that, Shane. You lot bump up the likes. Make sure you bump up the likes. Because a lot of people's sporting sides are doing badly, whether that's football, whether that's basketball, whether that's NFL.
I don't know about that side.
You know people here, Steve. I don't know about that either. But one thing that comes with Sarcasm City, if you didn't know, is rants on this channel, people. Like people getting things off their chest. Like it's happened. I've done it as a United fan. Like, this is a safe space, whether you're a United fan, whether it's Chelsea, whether it's Arsenal, whether it's Liverpool, whoever. Like, look at Timo's face. You know what I'm saying? He was telling me Lakers winning the 18th chip. You know what I'm saying? At the start of the season. 5 games in, he's finished. Look at his face. And he's a happy, like, go-lucky Lakers fan. He's highly energetic. He is a top purple. For real, for real.
Games in and he's broken.
He's broken already,
Man,
but
top
we'll get
purple, you know, top
we'll get to
purple.
all that. He is, man. Like, if you cut him, he would bleed purple. And then if you cut his other arm, he'd bleed blue. Like, he's proper Chelsea. He's a prop. Like, Timo is team through and through. Like, no one can ever doubt his love for his team. Like, he stayed up 4 or 5 in the morning to watch the Lakers knowing they're going to get beat. That is dedication. I'm saying he traveled to the seaside to see his team get packed, and he stayed to the end.
That's
I'm
not
bullshitting
dedication.
I respect it. No, I respect it because a lot of people wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that highly.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I bullshit, but I've been there. Like, as a United fan, doing this shit, content creating. Like,
Mike Ashley, Newcastle, wake up at 7:30 a.m.
Hey, until you got Ollie as your manager, I'm not hearing anything from.
We had Steve Bruce, my brother in Christ.
Hey, put some
Steve
respect
Bruce
on multiple Premier League winning Steve Bruce. All right.
Yeah, same with Ollie.
Footballer.
Yeah.
Yo, winner,
You got me.
treble.
Yeah, you got me. You got me.
Hey, you can't kill a kidder, man. That's what they say.
Just no one asked me to say anything, you know. Fuck you, Jess. I'm tired of you silly, you know, Jess. That was cold, though.
Newcastle
That was a
fans
good counter
packing up
punch.
about this shit, man.
Yeah, Tebow's pissed. But I'll stop talking. You lot get your questions in. Members, I will start your questions. Surfer, the floor is yours because you said you've got a list. So this is the second time you've done this. The floor is yours, my guy.
All right. So when I do this, I'm not looking for any sympathy. I don't want sympathy because if someone else is doing what I'm doing, I'll tell them to hold that. Yeah. First of all, and second of all, I'm not going to use the injury excuse. Okay, what I'm saying. Okay. Here's what it is. So my club, I don't know what this club is anymore, man. Since 2019, the standards of this club in the fan base, on the pitch, off the pitch, are in the toilet. Yeah. The worst thing to happen to this club was a transfer ban because it allowed averageness to come into my club. You do a PR appointment in Frank Lampard as your manager because we can't buy any players. So it distracts the fans. And then he brings in young players at the time who are doing good. That distracts the fans. And then ironically, what people don't realize is Frank then turned on the youth and started using the regular players like Giroud and everything halfway through.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Really, no comment in it, yeah, man.
the second bit that happened, there was a coup at this club on May 29th, 2021, about 9:45 p.m. What happened?
Specific.
We won the Champions League. Yeah.
Oh,
We won the Champions League, which even myself glossed over everything. Yeah. We just need a striker to compete for the league. We just need a striker. We just need someone like Lukaku. Here, one striker, and we're done. We're complete. We're complete as a team. That's it. That's all we need. We're missing that one striker because we won a cup competition. Not remembering that a week earlier, we needed Spurs to beat Leicester to get us into the top 4 because we lost to Villa 2-1 and our league form is shit. And it has been shit since the 17-18 season. Yeah. All shit. Yeah. Just you idiots have been spending money on this team. I'm just watching them. So you can hold that.
Yo, Surfer, your mic, man.
What?
Your mic's moving.
You sounding like a robot right now.
It's crackly again.
All right. I'll be back.
No stress,
moving
man.
like a Dalek from Doctor Who.
You lot, you lot. Let's see.
Listen,
I actually
Surf-
want genuinely about bullshit aside. I want to hear what Smith is gonna say.
I
do
can just
wanna
tell you
hear
right
what
now,
he's gonna say.
Surf speaking facts, because I've said this before. The Lampard first season was one of the
Hey,
worst
man,
things
I
to happen
dips,
to the
man.
club. I've always said that, man. I will maintain Lampard at Chelsea as a manager was one of the worst things to happen to our club. I will always maintain that, man, because we know what happened, innit? The Cobham Youth, man, and then you know what happened after that. Listen, you know, since 2017, I think we have had, I think it was like 30 points behind that first
30
place.
points, you're right. About 38, roughly.
Yeah. Like the shortest you've ever had was last season, I think, like in the last 5 years under Tuchel, which was 19 points.
We finished closer to the first than you guys have
All right,
since you won the league.
listen. This is not about
No,
United.
I'm not saying I'm legit.
All right.
100%.
It's a fact.
No banter. Just a fact. Like this is like, I think the trophies at Chelsea have papered over the crack, especially that Champions League.
That's how I
so
was
much
thinking.
because you guys is
I
team,
think
man.
it's,
Everyone goes on. Oh, Chelsea have a good team, bro. But if I put myself in your shoes and I'm like, if I have Chelsea's squad, bro, man, I'll jump off a bridge, man. You guys
think,
team sucks.
Can I be honest
listen.
about
I think the problem though is I think it's not necessarily the word isn't sucks. I think the word is continuity. I think that's the right word to use. I'm going to explain why I said continuity. All right. The problem with our football team is that we can play good in one game. The next game we are basically I don't know what's going on. The next game we are getting smacked 3-0. Yeah, and after 45 minutes. You see what I'm saying?
Brentford? 4-0 or 4-2.
It was 4-1 on that one.
4-1.
4-1. But the problem is, these players, they don't show up when they need to be shown up. They can't do like a league run. They can't have a run of games where it's 14, 15, 16 wins on the bounce or something like that, or even no defeats, for example. And that is the problem. And then obviously there's the midfield issue that we've not had obviously attended to. That's definitely a part of the problem. We can't lie there. Recruitment has been another major issue at the club. It's only now that we're getting recruit under the new guy that we're now getting someone that can actually look at data. Like I'm still shocked about that. Like I think something came out recently something that came out under Abramovich. Yeah, that apparently these men weren't even talking to the scouts and the youth academy and all these
communication wasn't in sync.
No, they weren't communicating at all. Apparently,
yeah.
That's what they were saying. So it's a lot of problems in it that's been covered up by these random FA Cups or finals, random Champions League that they've won. And listen, man, it's gonna be it's dark times, isn't it? Dark times ahead, as I said. So
well, go on, Seth. I can't say something, so we know. Is my connection moving a bit slow? Are we good?
Hello.
No,
you're fine on my end.
All right, cool. I was just making sure it's actually. Go on, Seth.
Let me just say to Marcel in the chat, who finally shows up for once online, you're back to back. You're back to back 20th and 19th in the league, so you can hold that.
Yeah. He is I don't like that, Marcel. How you don't be showing up when Liverpool. I'm all for bants, but when Liverpool are losing. You can't.
Ray Millie's the Don. Ray Millie's the Don. He shows
Ray Millie, I give credit. He hearing it because when you lost to Liverpool, Leeds, you weren't hearing it. But now you got the most to say in it. But we move and I digress. But go on, Seth. Carry on. Finish what you were saying.
The one thing bad about the pandemic. Sorry.
Sorry to cut you off again. Sorry to cut you off, Seth. My bad.
Go on,
I'll let you go. Let me go. Zane, good to see you, Zane. Speaking about why didn't I do something? Where have you been? You know what I'm saying in that? Because when we slapped you, you weren't here. When you dropped points, you weren't here. But
he's just doing an Odegaard impression.
He says, flawless. Why didn't you put Arsenal winning 5-0 in your headlines? Arsenal and Newcastle playing the best football because United was the last game and we're the juggernaut. We moved the needle. Win, lose or draw, we are the motherfucking juggernauts. Liverpool losing to Leeds is bigger news than you lot beating Forest 5-0 and Brighton beating Chelsea. You're just not big news. No disrespect. You're just not. You lot beating the team who were 20th don't matter that much. Or actually they were 19th until they played Marcel's lot. But we move. But carry on. But Zane, big up for the super chat.
Yeah, big up.
Don't say no disrespect. Oh, with all due disrespect. Fuck ours.
Nah. No, Marcel. No. Back to it. No, you wasn't on that watch along. You came afterwards. You was on the Twitch. Where was you on the watch along? You know what I'm saying? As the cooking's going on, it's easy to turn up afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
I ask Flawless all the time if I can go on watch alongs. Come on, man.
It's be in the chat. When you know what I'm saying? When Somerville scored that banger, you were nowhere. You were like Van Dijk, nowhere to be seen. But we move. Go on, carry on. The floor is yours.
I think we're all agreement that whilst being in this space and the pandemic and everything like that, obviously bad. What we've found is player stands, player hives, youth sexuals, Cobham sexuals, all this fake toxic positivity bullshit that's spread across that you can't criticize. You always have to back fans and back back players and back managers or back the team, no matter what. You know, all this crap.
Support the team.
Yeah. Back this player. You're not a fan. Back your players. Fuck you. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. I'll back whoever I want. Yeah. You can't tell me who to back. That's what I hate as well. Don't criticize. Be a real fan. A real fan is being objective. Being
honest.
I've criticized better players than this. Okay. I've criticized the greats. So these not can't even change their jock strap, let alone lick their boots. So you know what I mean. So that's one of the things. This team is so weak-minded. These players, weak-minded cowards, and the fan base is weak-minded as well. When did it become acceptable to accept a 4-1 loss or go patience? Let's have patience with this team. This team doesn't deserve our patience. Doesn't deserve our support. Doesn't deserve our passion. You got guys like Fatter and Lewis who travel. This guy Fatter did fucking 50-odd games last season and to be delivered shit in the league constantly. Not the cups, because when they go in the cups, you know what it is? No pressure. No pressure in cups.
Just win in advance, boys.
Yeah. The last 3 years, especially in the league, we have been utter shit in the league. Our league form has been crap.
Last 5, brother.
So I'm just, but you know what?
5.
But you know, in 18-19, at least I could watch Eden Hazard.
Actually, you know what? Funnily enough, last season was our best league season in the last 5. But people
I just said that.
No, but the points wise, fine, but the performances were still
dreadful.
Were not good. So,
guys, our league performances have been tragic for about the last decade, if we're being honest with you.
And let me ask you a question. I keep asking this question, right? And I get the same. I know I've asked Peter this question. I would say this. These player stands in the Chelsea community, they prop up Kai, Mount,
Jorginho,
yeah, fine, whoever it is. If they played, I'll ask Chelsea fans, if they played for any other club right now, would you want to sign them?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So why do we have to put up with them? Do you know what I mean? Why do we have to put up with them? I'm not settling for this. I'm not settling for this crap. I watched. Listen, I didn't rate him at the time, and now I'm watching guys like John Obi Mikel and Ramirez are gods compared to these guys right now. Solomon Kalou is one of the greatest Chelsea forwards of all time compared to what we have right now.
Jesus Christ.
Andre Schürrle.
Andre
Schürrle like the floor with these guys that we have
these
right now.
Pedro.
That's the only German I recognize. That's the only German I recognize.
Pedro, Maluda, Anelka. Don't even try.
Even like what's it? Samuel.
I don't know why you guys are mad.
Let me go. No. But that's the thing.
Go on. Let them go. Cause I'm gonna give everyone a chance. Go on, carry yourself.
That's the thing. The standards are so low now. Yeah.
I don't know what everybody's upset about, man. Surfer, this is what we wanted, right?
I know, right? Yeah.
Better football, pretty triangles, hugs and kisses for our underperforming attacking players.
I think me and Peter are in agreement. We're not blaming Potter for this. This is not on Potter whatsoever, right? I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go against. I'm not going to go against Graham Potter, right? This is what happens when this board, the former board, have propped up these players and allowed them to behave the way they have. Which means then it goes into the fan base allow these players to behave like they did.
Because the fans should demand the best.
Kai Havertz has one good game in 10. And another game he scores a win and shushes us and is not outraged. Kai Havertz in the mud. Mason Purple Patch Mount has good 3 or 4 games in 15. And you're telling me he's a generational baller. By the way, guys, some players reach their ceiling at 23, 24. Big up to Alexis Kafkas who tweeted that. When they get old, because they're going to get old doesn't mean they're going to get better. They could get worse or stay the same. Age, patience doesn't matter. I don't see why I have to be patient at this club. We're not built for this. These new owners are not going to be patient with these players. I don't think.
I don't know, man.
They're going to be patient with the manager.
I was told there was going to be patience and hugs and the football was going to be better.
What, let me just say one thing quickly. Yeah, Tuchel,
No, I don't want to hear it.
I was going to say, no, wait. Let me just
I don't want to hear it.
One
I'll
second,
be real.
Peter.
I'll be so real with you.
No,
I'm not trying to hear from you today about anything about the state of this football club.
No. I'm just
all
I'm
you
just
saw
gonna say,
was publicly
I'm just gonna make one
tweets against
comment.
some shit teams with managers on their way out, and that's all it took for you to fucking drink the gravy, hype these players, say we're gonna do this. Oh, it's your team shit. They're gonna do this. I'm not trying to hear it from you. I'll be so honest.
Hey, what did my team do, man? Why we shit?
No. I'm over here talking with chest like we're gonna do this as a team.
Oh, right, okay. Wait, one at a time before you man continue. Hold up. Hold up. Before you go, Surfer. Before you man go, one set. There's over 50 of you lot locked in right here. That's sick. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Continue. There's gonna be a lot being said. Make sure you get your questions in. I will start them, people. I will get to your questions, even if it's 20 minutes from now. You are a member. I will get to your questions. Do not worry about that. Link for the membership is in a pinned comment. Please subscribe to the channel as well. Please make
and
sure
that's facts because I know I ask a lot of questions, and if someone's ranting for like an hour of discussion,
you know, yeah, you remember, you know exactly.
I can confirm it. If you guys have questions, we will get to them.
Let me
100%.
let me just finish this, right? I've already told you guys on the stream yesterday. I'm done, right? I'm not done supporting. I'm done allowing these players to make me feel like this. Yeah, I know it's taking me a while probably, but I'm done. I am done, right? I am done. They need. I don't care if they listen. I care if they beat Arsenal, fine. But beating Arsenal next week is not going to make me suddenly go, yeah, we're going to go on a magical run now. We're going to do this, and this. No, I'm done, man. These guys, on the pitch, these guys in the fan base, you prop them up. These guys, I go to get not Fat obviously, he never says that. The other goes, I go to games, you don't watch them properly on the screen. Fuck off. Yeah, I can watch them on a big screen and see more than you, bitch. You know what I mean? I'm so sick of this. Yeah, so sick of this. You know, I'm just so sick of this. Somehow, we have to be all in one cult and say, yes, Chelsea. Yes, I do Chelsea. Yes, we should support Chelsea like this. I'm going to support Chelsea how I want, man, because I've got standards, right? I know Peter's got standards. Ahmed, Peter's got standards. But you know, it's on those.
Is that what you? Yeah. All right.
I don't know why you got like. Look.
Surfer, when you done, Peter, I know you got a lot to say on this. So the floor is yours. All right, Surfer, when you done,
I'm just gonna say, I'm just done, man, because I'm just done with these excuses now. Yeah, generational ballers. If I hear generational again, man, I swear I'm going to hunt you down. And you know,
one generational player can't stay fit.
Generational player can't pass 5 yards. You know what I mean? Fucking bullshit, man. Honestly.
All right, let me know when it's my turn.
Go on.
Let me know. I don't know. I honestly don't know why people are upset.
When Surf is finished, it's your time.
Yeah, your time.
I don't get it because look, I had a strong opinion when.
Before you continue, do you want me to full screen you? Because you did say this in the group chat.
Yes.
Okay,
look,
I got you.
I did.
Because I was called many things. I was called a fake fan. I was ridiculed by many people in this chat. Surfer was taking the piss as well. It is what it is. But look, guys, I said this when this happened. We're gonna go through a decent run. People are gonna expect too much from these players, not realizing that most of the problems at our football club lie with the pool of talent available to whomever can coach the team. Yes, you can say Tuchel was a terrorist. Yes, you can put the Bin Laden beard on him. Yes, it doesn't fucking matter. You can make whatever funny Photoshop you want. But guys, we've averaged 70 league points per season over the last 5 full seasons. Yeah. This season, we're on pace for 67.
Damn disgrace.
I understand people have their favorites for whatever reason, and because all you fucking weirdos lack self-esteem, you wrap up your personal feelings and how these strangers perform on a football pitch for 90 minutes twice a week. I get that. It's fucking weird. Let it go. Most of these players need to be shipped out. They let a world champion, European Cup winning manager who has the second best winning percentage in the history of the European Cup, they let him down. They turned on him. They will turn on Graham Potter if you let them. Look, if you guys think all of these players are going to work together and are going to like each other and somehow achieve better league results than we've been achieving with better managers, in my opinion, I don't know what to tell you. But look, as for this ownership group, you guys can say Tuchel deserves to be sacked. And part of me agrees with that. But optics, how you get to decisions matter. All summer, we heard about a potential Tuchel extension. We heard about a director of football coming in. We heard the board were happy with him, this, and that. All these players seemingly being brought in by Thomas Tuchel. The moment he walks out the door, now all of a sudden Tuchel is the Antichrist. Everybody hated him. Everybody wanted him sacked. It's all his fault. He simultaneously didn't get enough time when we liked him, but now that most people have turned on him, he had too much time and influence and has allegedly ruined our team and given Graham Potter a shitty foundation to build with. As if that makes any fucking sense. The reality is Tuchel got one summer window post the Champions League when he wanted Erling Haaland and they settled on Romelu Lukaku. Yeah, that's an L. I don't doubt you. Yep. But this summer, we have Todd Bowley playing fucking Football Manager, WhatsApping him about a washed-up Cristiano Ronaldo fucking 3 times a week, and you guys are upset at Thomas Tuchel for not engaging in that foolishness. Has it ever occurred to people that maybe our ownership group, while they might have nice ideals and they might have nice views for where they want Chelsea to be in the future, don't necessarily know how to conduct themselves and how to get us there in the short term? This is Chelsea Football Club. For any of you who don't know, in summer 2011, Andre Villas-Boas won the Europa League, had just turned from being the UEFA Cup, had won a league title with Porto, and I think they won a domestic cup as well, so they did some version of some sort of
Yes,
cup.
they did. I can confirm as a league.
Yeah, so people in hindsight want to say Villas-Boas is a wash manager. Villas-Boas is a shit manager. Villas-Boas was the young elite coach at the time. He was seen as the next coming of some sort of more proactive version of Jose
Mourinho.
We paid a record compensation fee to get him in under the guise of playing attacking football and revolutionizing the style at the club, because Roman Abramovich's long-term goal was to always play more like Barcelona than to play like terrorists, which is fine. That's cool. I get that. You're the owner, you can kind of do what you want. What Villas-Boas didn't do is the man management part, and we want to judge him for that. Maurizio Sarri, when he came in 2018, we all knew he was dogmatic with his approach, yet people wanted him to adapt with the same shitty tools left behind by an amalgamation of managers. And let's be honest, we had to change formation. We had a World Cup that summer. All these things, all this sort of context. Our fans threw it out because they didn't like him either, right? Despite the fact that Sarri had built the spine of a Napoli team that had been pilfered by all sorts of elite clubs across Europe, had worked his way up in football, and really had kind of like earned his spot in Italian football.
Yep.
Like, you can't sit there and say Sarri wasn't more deserving in a sense than a Graham Potter. My point is not that Graham Potter is an incapable coach or Graham Potter can't do this or he is going to do that. None of this is about that. My point is, when you work for this football club, there needs to be some sort of short-term targets that you have to hit to buy patience from fans. Because we all remember when Tuchel came in. The media was on his back. Our first game against Wolves, he played Azpilicueta at right center back, played Thiago Silva middle center back, played Rudiger at left center back. The first article written by Matt Law, and I think it was the second paragraph, mentions how Chelsea's back three had a combined age of like fucking 96 or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Knives out, man. The knives are out. People were pissed that we drew 0-0 in our first game. Thank God we went on a winning run. Thank God we put some form together. We need to stop acting like you're going to have time and patience and goodwill from everyone in charge and our fans, most importantly. Sarri didn't lose his first game until the 3rd week of November. We lost 3-1 to Tottenham, and everybody was ready to bin that manager. So if you guys think this fan base is going to watch Arsenal come to Stamford Bridge and beat us next week on the back of 2 draws and a loss in our last 3 league fixtures, and frankly not looking very good in the league for about 5-6 weeks now, then I don't know what to tell you, guys. Like, we need to stop acting like fans and everybody is just going to be cool with this. You can say process, but let's be honest. I don't care about the style of football, but some people pretend to care about it.
Yep.
Is the football
It's an
better?
entertainment business, to be fair.
Fuck that. This is Chelsea Football Club. We've never cared about style of football and benefited from caring about the aesthetics, right?
That's
My point is, the football isn't much better. I personally don't care. I understand why it's not much better. Same tools, similar results. Just our players are playing like shit with smiles on their faces instead of playing like shit, being upset at the manager that everybody supposedly hates now, right? But guys, get this through your heads. We play Arsenal at home. we play Newcastle away. After the World Cup, I believe we played Bournemouth. We're not winning a
City
game.
in the first week of January.
We're not winning a league game until about the second week of 2023.
Oh my God.
We're not beating anybody.
Wait.
Whatever total we have, add 1 or 2 points to that. That's going to be our point total going into 2023. I said this. I'm not going to jump about a 3-0 win against the Wolves, who had just sacked Bruno Lage. I don't care about Chelsea scamming 2 goals against Tyrone Mings because Villa are shit and Gerrard in his final days. I don't really care about beating these teams. I don't care about scamming a win via a Gallagher screamer against Crystal Palace. I want to see what the temperature in the room is when we go through a bad run.
Yep.
Now we're here, right? It's easy to back a manager and support a process when you're winning games. Everybody just wants to fucking win deep down. It's easy. This fan base, we talked about patience, time, process, all this. I don't know why we're pissed. Why did we not think this could happen? Why did we think Graham Potter would just come in and win every game and everything would magically be fixed? It's the same shitty ingredients. Why are you expecting to get 5-course meals every week?
Just because you hired a different cook.
I don't understand this. Why? Like, we're pretending, we're lying to ourselves. We're saying Thomas Tuchel can't coach these players. I heard about how Thomas Tuchel can't coach attackers. Guess what, guys? They still look garbage. Their basics are poor. The fundamentals are not there. Whomever is going to come into this football club and has enough influence would replace all of these players given the chance. I believe it. It is what it is. Look, like, I know some of you like Havertz, some of you like Mount, some of you like Pulisic. We have a fetish for mediocre football players, right? Shame. It is what it is. Like, let's be real. None of those guys can hold a candle to Andre Schürrle or Florian Maluda or even a fucking Solomon Kalou. As much as those players rub fans the wrong way, let's not pretend like those squad players of old are worse than our starting players now.
Pedro in this squad at his age is a god amongst men.
There is a problem in the squad in terms of talent and consistency.
Yeah.
Until we're ready to address those things, guys, we're going to get inconsistent performances. We're going to get inconsistent results. I'm telling you, Graham Potter last season, 3 wins and 13 over a period at Brighton.
Yeah.
8 home games winless. I don't know why people just ruled out the possibility of that happening to us. And guess what? We might be going through it now. So if we're really about this patience, if we're really about this process, if we're really about seeing signs of progress, don't get pissed. Don't get pissed if we lose. Don't get pissed when we get packed against Newcastle. Don't get mad if we somehow don't fucking beat Bournemouth like we never seem to do. If we go to City the first week of 2023 and we lose 4-0, I'll give him time. I don't mind. It's what I have to do. I wouldn't have done this. You left it up to me. I would have never personally rumored a new contract for Thomas Tuchel and then turned around and sacked him 6 games after letting him allegedly spend $250 million. The optics are horrible there. If this ownership group turned their back on Thomas Tuchel, what makes you think Todd Bowley's not sending hard eyes to whoever wins the World Cup? What makes you think that? My prediction is Graham Potter will get the largest severance package for any manager in the history of professional football. That's my prediction. Because he's got a 5-year fucking £60 million deal.
Peter, you're cooking, bro.
£3 million next December. That's my prediction. And I'm not saying Graham Potter is never going to be a good manager. I'm not saying that. I like the idea of the guy. But how we got here cannot be ignored. And our fans are not truly ready to tear things down and build again. We want to build on top of shit foundations and expect elite results. That's not how it works, guys. The foundation at this club is rotting, and it has been. So we need to rip things up. Short term, it's going to be very painful. You guys just need to get used to it. I'm on loan to Southampton Football Club. Foundation battle. I'm fine with that. I don't know how you guys can emotionally invest to the point where you're going to wake up at noon British time next week and watch Arsenal beat us and legitimately expect anything different. I don't know why we're expecting difference of this garbage at our club. And I don't know why we're going to sit there and defend this garbage just because they wear the badge that we love. We know deep down, guys, a lot of this Graham Potter rhetoric is bullshit. We know it is. Why can't we just be patient? And why can't we actually just sit through this? I don't understand this. Why are people fucking losing their minds over going from 5th in the league to 6th? Guess what, guys? Here's a wild revelation. We're not playing Champions League football next year. We're not. It's not happening. We're not winning the European Cup. We're not better than Newcastle. We're not more consistent than Man United. We're not better than Arsenal. We're not better than City. If Liverpool ever figure their shit out, guys, guess what? We might play Conference League. I'll be real with you.
Here goes.
Yes, Tottenham are actively sabotaging their team. I'm not even counting Tottenham in the top 4. We're still not going to make it. So when we don't make the Champions League this year, if we don't, guys, don't get upset. We don't deserve to be there. We've barely qualified the last 5 seasons, right? Through anyways with better coaches, right? Tuchel barely fucking made it the first season he came in. Why are we assuming that is a given? Just when that happens, don't be surprised, guys, that this ownership group tries to throw this coach under the bus and tries to package some other solution. Don't be surprised. They did it with the better coach. Look, if they're really about this patience, they're really about the structure, they're really about this building, they'll stand by Graham Potter. 10, 12, 14 of these players will leave before Graham Potter leaves. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Surfer's right. Mason Mount should never be our franchise player. Mason Mount was on a UCL final advert with Kevin De Bruyne. Do you guys know how insane that is? When N'Golo Kante and
my bad, that was an accident because a couple people joined.
That is insane to me. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why people are expecting 5-course meals from shit ingredients, guys. All of these things you can buy at local Tesco. I don't know why you're expecting some gourmet dinner.
Hey, fuck Tesco for upping their meal deal prices as well. Side note, sorry. That's close to home. Hey, Peter.
Look, like to end this, guys. Chelsea fans. I know tribalism is a big part of football, and you guys like to run jokes. We're not seriously in contention for anything anyways. I don't know why we're going to cry over individual results. Like I said, I don't care about these empty words. I don't care about these empty promises. We'll see how real we are about patience and time and processes when the time comes. And it seems like the time is here, and a lot of us are reacting weirdly antithetical to how we said we would. So I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what we're so pissed about. We know this team is shit. You guys wanted to believe it. I wish the team was better. I wish the results were better. Nah, we're here. I wasn't really down for a process this season. I would have rather just go down with Thomas Tuchel. Maybe we could have scammed another Champions League. I don't know. But I don't have faith in that. Part of me died in the Bernabeu last year, guys. I'm never gonna
dude, you're still not over that. Yeah.
Part of me died.
You know how I know you're not over that because you mentioned that like on a weekly basis. And you know what, Peter? Yeah, hold that.
Guys, I'll be so real with you. We were up against Madrid. Deep down in my heart, I didn't think we were going to beat City in the semifinal. But you know how fun that shit would have been? And N'Golo Kante sold us down the river. I've never been the same. Part of me died that day. I'm never going to get it back. This new iteration of Chelsea, I don't know them. But I guess I got to get to know them. We're not as serious as we once were. It is what it is, man. Let's just sit back, laugh, detach a little bit, like find another shit team to support in the meantime. Like, fuck it. Like, we're all struggling out here, man. Like, Southampton are in 17th because fucking Leeds won at Anfield. What the fuck? But, yeah, like, look, man, it is what it is. Who do we play after City in the league? Does anybody know in January?
I don't care. But I want to say this.
Forest, I think.
I want to say this.
Sorry, cut you off, Ahmed. My bad. I didn't mean to.
Forest, I think. It's Forest, I think.
All right, guys, our next win is Forest in the league in January.
Yeah,
I want to say this, right?
It's going to be a long winter. It's going to be cold. It's going to be miserable.
Pete,
Forest will be back, man.
Pete, I want to say this. Right?
Sorry, man.
I want to say this, yeah. If we're not going for top 4, I don't want to finish 5th, 6th, or 7th. I don't want to win any cup. Give me 8th. I don't want to go in Europa League or Conference.
One game a week.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
It's one game.
I don't want it. I don't. Sorry, we've won Europa League twice in the past less than 10 years, and we didn't care about it.
Yep.
Why are you giving it to me now? And also, any Clippers fans in the chat, you can hold that. My Pelicans smashed you tonight. So
let's go. Hey, Surfer, let's go. Our loan team is balling out.
Yes.
Surfer, it's not just about like
big up Prime in the cut as well.
Hi, everyone. It's about the fact of for the past 5-6 years, our players have kept on doing this. We have poor league seasons, but because other teams are also poor, we get away with it and we get top 4, or we get away with it and we win a Europa League, or get away with it and we fluke a Champions League. And everyone thinks it's okay. We need to get punished for this. We need to finish 8th or 9th and get punished and rebuild properly, and our fans need to open their eyes to what's actually going on. We can't continue having these average players and having these players when they're 27, 28 years old in 5 years' time, people are surprised why we can't do anything consistently. We can't win trophies on a consistent level. It's embarrassing.
This club has not been run properly. This club has not been run properly since the summer of 14-15.
Yeah,
so you reckon that was the beginning of the end?
Fact, that was a great
not beginning of the
window.
end because you still win trophies.
It was a great transfer window because we got players in we needed. In a Diego Costa, a Cesc Fabregas, Thibaut Courtois came back in goal. We got the left back, even though we had less defender. But the squad was built to win that league that season from the previous season.
I'll say something with that squad as well.
Okay.
We didn't have to sell Mata or Lukaku or De Bruyne.
No, we didn't have to sell Schürrle. We didn't have to sell Schürrle in the January either. We didn't have to sell Schürrle in the January.
Surfer's right. Like, we haven't had a real serious window since we all thought Cesc was photoshopping. Like, a Cesc Chelsea pick was photoshopped at the World Cup. Yeah. I've been on Twitter so long, guys. I was on Twitter when that picture dropped. Everybody was like, yo, this is fake. This isn't real. What the fuck? And then Cesc announced he was signing for Chelsea. And I was like, you know what? We're going to win the league. We haven't moved seriously in the transfer market since then. Yes, we won a league in 16-17. Yes, fucking bald midget had one game a week, and Eden Hazard and N'Golo Kante and Diego Costa was great. But the moment that guy got the autonomy to rip our team apart, he did. And we've been struggling ever since.
And this fan base want to boast about Mason fucking Mount and his 29 GNA. Go back to 2012-13 and give me Juan Mata 53 GNA in all competitions, yeah? And he's scoring against top teams, not against these basement dwelling crap.
Surfer.
4 goals, hang on. 4 goals against Norwich, counting to his old 13. You know,
it's the biggest myth in football. It wasn't 29 GA. Mount last season did not get more GA than Werner the season before.
No.
And Werner's a scapegoat.
Crazy.
Werner got 27 GA. And Werner got 27 GA. Mount did not get more.
Mazza, I know there's more of you lot locked in. Get the likes up. There's over 70 of you lot. Get the likes up. Get the likes up.
Big up this GNA. This big up GNA for scoring against relegation teams. You got like the likes of Eden Hazard banging it against the top teams, or Juan Mata, stuff like that. You know,
Eden Hazard
Drogba scoring in cup final after cup final after cup final after cup final.
How about you turn up in cup finals instead of?
You guys have never defended a player in your heart you felt was good with GA. You've never done it.
Exactly.
No, because the eye test is everything.
I never had to log on to twitter.com and tell people Hazard's stats against fucking
he's good.
Manchester City at home during a title race. I never had to sit there and say, oh, in a better system, Hazard would have done this. Because you guys want to act like Tuchel was a terrorist. I promise you give Tuchel prime Eden Hazard, and Kante, and Cesc Fabregas, and Diego Costa, and we're winning all that shit. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not like, guys, it's a sad state we're in, but as a fan base, we're responsible for this in a way as well. We propped up these shitty players to think they're more than they are. Fator is example number 1 of this. And Timo Werner's fan. Timo Werner's. Imagine Galco had stands in 2008. We would have bullied them. We would have bullied them. Anybody wearing a Gal Kakuta Chelsea shirt that's not his family, we would have bullied them in the ground.
Bro, I watched Gal Kakuta play for Amiens this morning.
Yeah, that's not acceptable behavior. Like, guys, there were no Raul Morales stands. That was not a thing.
Imagine a Josh McEachran hive right now. That's Josh McEachran.
Guys,
Winston Bogart. Remember that one?
Guys, there's an
unironic. Winston Bogart's a legend.
Guys, there's like an unironic Ruben Loftus-Cheek hive. There was never a Sam Hutchinson.
No, Peter. It's not unironic.
Before you continue, Brian, Jan, what you saying? You good, yeah? Before you continue.
Nah.
All right, cool.
Hey, Jan, we love you, but just Jan, we love you, but just sit in silence.
Let us go. Carry on. You know what I'm saying? Go on.
We the rest of the panel.
On your don't be chatting shit on Sarcasm City. Do you know what I mean?
I can talk shit wherever
more
I want.
than anyone else on this panel, so just admit it.
You may be 110% correct, but the bar is very low. Look at the fucking panel. You know what I'm saying? Look at the panel. Look at the panel.
I don't mean you love me the most out of everyone here. I'm saying out of everyone here, you love me the most.
That's the exact same thing.
What?
It's the
No,
same.
like-
What?
Jan been drinking. For those, but just to clarify, for those that are on Shameless FC, Jan had like a big glass of wine. You know what I'm saying? So
Jason Tatum is Jason
ignore it.
Tatum.
Also,
yeah.
guys, she's 5'1", so one
What
glass of wine is like
dangerous,
6 center. So I get it.
I
Yeah.
did that.
She's like
And I'm
4'10".
not
Yeah,
five
you see-
one either.
She's
Yeah,
4'10".
do you
She's
So we
see-
moved.
my
you
bad.
see,
I'm not
yeah,
fucked.
you see
4'10".
why I said. You see why I said just let the rest of us cook. We're
Yeah,
in the
you
floor
should have
right
listened
now.
to Prime. Yeah.
She
Jan,
said,
let's say
you
this,
don't
Jan.
love me the most out of everyone here. I said, out of everyone here, you love me the most. That's the
Most, yeah. It's the same shit, yo.
Wait,
It's the same shit. You know what that is?
meant,
You know what
like,
that is, Peter?
you-
She's been watching the streams and that in it, and you know what Jan was about to say, yo. Jason Tatum in the regular season. It's Jason Tatum.
You are a dickhead, man. But hey, he actually, he's
Anyway,
I got a question
I've
for
come-
Peter.
I've kind of-
Whenever
Prime, go ahead, bro. Prime,
Oh,
go
Let
ahead.
Prime finish
Go
it, and
ahead.
Steve, you can ask him a question. Yeah, go on, Prime.
I've kind of come to the realization, and I know like it's dickish to police like fans and say you're not a real fan, but like I've kind of come to the realization that there are not genuine Chelsea fans on this platform. There are people who the likes of Drogba, Lampard, Hazard get brought down to prop up the likes of Ruben, Mount, Havertz on a consistent basis. I see Chelsea fans disrespect Reece James right now just to make Mount look better. Like, there are people who don't genuinely love this club. They just do player stands. They would rather their own player succeed and do well
in the club,
the detriment of Chelsea
Batter,
football.
don't have it, man. Don't have it.
Yeah, and I've already learned my lesson.
It's no. But again, I'm not even. Here's the thing. No, but hold on. Here's the thing. Vitor, people say Peter mentioned Vitor standing Werner. I don't even view that necessarily as toxic. There's nothing Vitor said, at least that I know anyway, that Vitor said about Werner that's necessarily toxic towards Chelsea. Werner left Chelsea. Vitor didn't get angry or sad or throw his toys at the pram. Nothing. You know, when Werner scored, when Werner scored at the Bernabeu for Chelsea, Vitor got gassed. Just cool.
Took his
Vitor
shirt
never
off.
cried. But Vitor never cried. Vitor never cried when Werner was on the bench or anything.
Did a nip slip on street.
There are people who support Havertz and Mount who will cry when these guys don't play. When these guys score, like Havertz scored 2 days ago, and we lost 4-1. There are people who were saying, "Come outside, Havertz haters. You're in the mud." People who don't care that we lose games so long as their players score.
Yeah, no, you always get that though in fan bases, like
Ahmed, hold on, Ahmed. I made a joke, yeah, when you came on stream that you're sad because Gallagher got an assist, but you couldn't celebrate. I made that as a joke, but there are genuine Chelsea fans who are celebrating Havertz scoring over the fact that we lost.
No, I know you
We're
get that
finished.
though. You get City fans that will be like celebrating a Laporte mistake because they want Diaz and Stones to start. It's crazy. Like, why would you want any of our players to make a mistake?
That's
Here's the thing, Jan, you've won 4 titles in 5 years. If City fans are going to do that, it's a bit weird, but who cares? Like, we're not doing anything. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I
don't get player FCs. Like, to me, it's just weird. Like, I support
Very
City.
strange.
Obviously, there's players that I like more than others. There's always going to be that. But at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if the player that I like the least scores 10 goals. That's good for my team. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but you get it a lot nowadays. I know there always has been player FCs because I know when I was a kid, there was a lot of Ronaldo lovers that were like, I'm a United fan because of Ronaldo. Like, you got it a lot, but I just feel like now there's just so much, even within like a fan base, there's so many different parts of a fan base. Like, with ours, we've got the likes of Mahrez because of where he's from. You get a lot of, like, it's the same with Salah, I assume, but you get a lot of people who, like, is City post a lineup and Mahrez isn't in the starting lineup, you will find like half of Algeria in the comments saying you don't deserve Mahrez. City, like just basically abusing the club because they've not started Mahrez. So you get that in general, but I think nowadays it's like it's just weird to me, like that you would.
No, but I'm not talking about people who have like Ronaldo and Salah, like bona fide world class players.
Hey, Steve,
I'm not talking
relax,
about
man.
people who
relax.
I'm not talking about people who became a fan of the club because of became a United fan because say Ronaldo. Because Ronaldo and Salah are bona fide superstars. I'm talking about the likes of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. No, well,
Loftus-Cheek's a weird one.
I'm talking about people who claim they are Chelsea fans, but yet they will say things like Ruben should be playing in the team over like Jorginho and Kovacic, and we should build around him. Like, Ruben's been in this team since we won the title under Jose in 2015.
He's got pretty privilege.
Ruben's been here probably as long as Ruben's been here since I think Sir Alex retired, right? And that's been a decade now, right?
But that's a term in itself, right? When did we become the club that says we need to build around one or singular player? What other team does that in the world? Man United aren't doing. Hang on, Man United aren't doing that.
Yeah, but even if you're building around Eden Hazard, that's different to building around Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
No. But when I'm hearing we need to build around, you know, the two guys, the Chocolate Brothers, the Chocolate Brothers. We've never done that.
No,
the Silky Germans.
Hazard. Even when we had Lampard.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Sorry. We've been slandering Chelsea for 55 minutes. I say one thing and I'm out of. You know what? Fuck all of you lot. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you lot.
Can I just say also,
right? Goodbye.
Everyone knows my opinion on Marcos Alonso, right? He was never my favourite player. Oh, Jesus. But
yes.
When we were on that watch along with the Real Madrid game, and Fat was there, and Flawless was there, unfortunately. He saw my reaction when Alonso scored. I went mad, right?
Of course,
he's my player. That's what a fan is. You can't be like going like if you don't like a player, you don't celebrate. As soon as they cross that line, whatever I think about them personally, I want them to do well, right? But I'm not going to praise them over the club. I've always said result first, performance second. Yeah, I don't care who scores. I don't care if Mount scores in the Champions League final. I will cheer my bollocks off if he scores. All right, that's what I would do. Right, that's the whole thing. But it's just
badge of a place, man. Badge of a place.
But you know what the crazy part is about that though, Surfer, is because you like criticize or Havertz or any Chelsea player you criticize. If Chelsea were to win the Champions League, a Chelsea fan would go at you and say, you're in the mud because such and such scored the winner in the Champions League final.
I'm in the mud.
Like you wouldn't be happy. Your team won a European Cup. Like I've said this many a time, like during the whole when I spoke about United. When I criticize players, I want to be wrong about players. I said this during Ollie's entire run. I said I wanted Ollie in to be right. All the things you lot said he was, I wanted you lot to be correct because that means my football team was, you know what I'm saying, would be successful. But I have a brain and I have two eyes. And I can clearly see that this man's not it. Yeah. What a trophy that is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. According to some weird one now, but that's a whole different conversation. Before you go, Timo, but that's when I realized when during the whole Ollie in, Ollie out, the fact that that was a debate let me know. Fans aren't as invested in winning at all costs. They want their team to win, but how they want them to win. So
in a certain way, with a certain player taking all the glory.
Yeah, it has to be Disney-like. So it has to be it's your youth players. It has to be attacking. You know what I'm saying? It has to make me feel better. I've said this, but a lot of people are, you know what I'm saying, feeling good. A lot of fans, and not just my fan base. I've seen it with Chelsea. I've seen it with Arsenal. I've seen it with Liverpool. Like I've seen this consistently now enough to the point where it's like, a player's not good enough, but you will back him regardless, which is just dumb. That's just stupid to me, but we move. Go on, Timo. What was you going to say?
Look at, for example, like Lewis as well. Like how many games Lewis been this season? Roughly about 16 games out of 17. I think he only missed like 2 games. And most of the times I was with Lewis is that he always criticized these players, Havertz, Mount, Sterling. That's because Lewis wanted them to do better on the pitch. That's why most of us did, like Surfer criticized it, like likes of Havertz, Sterling, and Mount. It's the same thing. And people I've seen Lewis getting abused a lot on the Twitter. I've seen a lot like one time when he done a Werner video. There's this one individual Chelsea fan just keep attacking Lewis about you only doing it for the clouds. Well, we have our rights for an opinion at the end of the day, and also like when I was with him yesterday, especially one of the examples like he kept talking about Kai Havertz and that. I was hearing about his fan cam when I saw his walk back again, like he was celebrating because he wanted me to be proved wrong that Kai Havertz can be that guy. But look, Lewis has just been spot on this season. Like he never missed about his opinion. I think rarely miss I've seen apart from Christensen Prop. But yeah, like Surfer says again. Secondly, I would like to say is that that rebuilding word. So at the moment, it's two main steps. Number one is that identifying and getting rid of current players. Number two is that we're replacing them with the good players and letting them grow. At the moment, we're in step one. And I hate just watching the game yesterday, but we have to endure. Let me make an example. Yesterday's performance, it's very similar to Man City defeat at Everton in 2016-17. For example, Jan knows this. Like, City had some existing players to be replaced, made some terrible buys to make things worse, and had to suffer. It's not good. But if you look at Chelsea right now, like we have to endure these kind of growing pains. I've seen some people keep talking about some rebuilding. Well, it's useless because look at the players that we signed. We overspent on the bad buys instead. We bought a golden toilet to be kept in the mud. That this football club needs to learn our mistake, and that should be our attitude now. This is something that I've been kept myself quiet due to the fear, like backlash from
from your own fans, which
exactly.
which is like dumb. Like I said in it, I'm not out there on the pitch. I've said this. I've had this happen. You know what I'm saying? United, we drew against someone. This was during the early in, early out era in it, because all these people are disappeared now. We're playing well, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. We drew against someone, and someone on Twitter blamed me. Was like, "You're the reason we drew." And I was like, "Did I play?" I was like, "Was I out there?" And then he responded back, and I responded back again.
He's right there. You were.
I was like, "You blame me." Yeah. I was the reason we drew. I was the reason we didn't control the midfield. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I think Jan's the reason City haven't won the Champions League.
I definitely, and your fault. Your height's a problem in that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Man. I would have started Fernandinho. Do you know what I mean? But I did the 1-0 Chelsea when I saw the lineup, so maybe it was, you know.
Jan, you worry about Macclesfield in third round of the FA Cup. You know what I mean?
Exactly, I remember that.
We play City next week, guys, or a week after.
Chelsea, that's the Carabao Cup.
Maybe you could draw with them. Like,
Peter, the reason why you go win, I'm gonna be in the Chelsea in that game, so you'll win.
You think this team is winning, brother?
I'm saying I'm there. You know what I'm saying? That's why you'll win. I'm there. So you're
Wallace, I want you to know, like whoever goes to the game to watch this team, like they'll let you down.
They get a good profit. Get a profit, yeah.
Say that. Do what I'm saying. Chelsea.
Hey, that's you joke about it, but
Peter, I got a question. I do got a question for you, bro, because in your little rant thing, you said
it's not a rant. Don't do that. It's not a rant. It is not a rant. I did not rant.
Right.
I did not use profanities. It's not a rant. That is my
soliloquy about the
state of this football club.
What should I? All right. What do you want me to call it then?
You want to call it monologue? That's fine, but it's not
Peter's message. So in Peter's message, I heard that you honestly think Newcastle are better than Chelsea. Am I hearing that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Really? Does everyone in this panel echo with that? Really?
Yes.
On one game, you could beat us.
With Chelsea.
On the day they can beat us.
With Chelsea, because the manager's new. I'm still addressing them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still realizing where they're at. I said this the entire time. Even when Potter was tired, I said they would get through their group. And that wasn't because I think Chelsea are that. I don't think they're that bad. but the teams in that group I didn't rate. How bad this side is, I don't know yet.
No, but
'Cause I
AC
don't know
Milan
them
had
players.
to be fair to AC Milan.
Yeah,
I'm not
they had a couple. The thing is, they had
not a
couple
couple.
injuries.
That's 8.
They had 8 injuries.
Yes.
Yes. For the first leg, yes.
Yeah.
For the first, what about the
Theo
second?
Hernandez, Mike Maignan.
All right, what about the
Luis
first
Fiori, Calabria.
Okay.
Benacer.
How many for the second one?
The second one, not as many, but they got a red card in 15 minutes. So like,
Yeah,
it's
they
hard
did.
to
But
tell.
my point is, what about the first 2 games? Because I watched them. I watched them the first 2 games.
I think they had 4 points in those games. They were pretty healthy.
Drew with RB Salzburg and then
I'm not.
Dinamo
Peter,
Zagreb.
I'm not talking results. I'm talking the performance because I watched one of them games. My point is, I don't rate AC Milan. Let me just reiterate that. I'm not a fan. I don't think that. What I've seen before you go Prime, like they're not a good. Like even with all their players fit, they're not a good team.
No, I disagree with that. And to be fair,
all right. So what? All right. So let me ask you, Steve. What do they excel at as a team?
What do they excel at? They have a
as a
defined
team.
game. Okay, so under Pioli, they have a defined game plan. Leao and Theo Hernandez are the strong players on the left side, and on the right, you've got hard workers like Calabria and not Suso. Fucking hell! I'm trying to think of their right side. That's a guy like either Krunic.
When I say, all right, so let me break it down even further. Are they defensively, you look at Milan and go, they're cold? No. Is their midfield unit exceptional? No. Is their attacking unit
midfield?
Cold? No.
Midfield has an argument because you've got Benacer, Tonali.
I'm not talking individuals. No. Don't hit me with individuals. Like, for instance, Italy. I use Italy as an example. I don't rate Italy. But their midfield unit is a good unit. This is what I'm talking about.
As a unit.
When Surfer was talking about
Raheem Diaz, yes. Not
levels and that, this is what I'm talking about. They are not a good. Do they have good individuals? Yes. But that means that makes you individual brilliance FC. When we were individual brilliance FC, nobody called United a good side. This is my point.
I think they're easy to plan for. The very left-sided attack.
Yeah, because they're and you know why they're easy to plan for? Because they're individual brilliance FC. And you know who lived through the era of individual. I lived through the era of Super Saiyan individual brilliance FC. My side.
I think the best way to answer it is this: Newcastle may be a good team, but like. And it's annoying to say this, but as bad as Chelsea may be, we won't get punished for this. Like I said, we will still get top 4. I'm like 99% certain we will get top 4.
And you think that's a negative because it's one step forward in short term, but long term, it's 2 more steps back for your fan base and whatnot.
Your name's hilarious, by the way.
Also, I reckon. Also, let me just say this: the games in 2 weeks at Newcastle. Even with our best teams, our record at Newcastle is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, it is bad.
I didn't winner in 2019, I believe.
No, we won. We won.
We went up there with our very best and lost.
Especially under Mourinho.
Yeah.
But that's a one-off. That's a one-off game. That's a one-off game to me. Doesn't mean anything. Talking about consistency over the whole season, like we.
So
again,
wait,
if we finish 4th or 3rd, like.
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt. I won't be surprised, but again, our fan base will get gassed. Like I don't. It's frustrating when you can see what's going on, but no one else can. And when you speak about it to other Chelsea fans, right, it seems as if you're the crazy one. On Wednesday, right after the game, Havertz scored and everything. On Wednesday, I had Chelsea fans, Havertz fans, calling my phone.
What the fuck?
I didn't get your
because they wanted to celebrate. No, calling me on Instagram, right? And for some weird reason, I reply to anyone that messages me. They call me on Instagram.
That's what
I ignore people that I know. Never mind replying to people I don't know. But carry on, go on.
You know that is true. You haven't replied to me in months, anyway.
Prime is lying to the masses, but we move going.
Anyway,
Listen, stop. Listen, I'm just saying, is that how you're moving, innit, bro? But
it's really not. We all in the same group chat. That's the funniest shit.
That's why.
I don't treat him like he's Ryan. Come on now, we'll go on.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'll go after you, Prime. Yeah.
They were calling me and stuff, trying to have a conversation. I was like, why? Talking about Havertz, and I was like, great goal, but it was fluky. And they were like, oh no, speak about Havertz. You know, this is the real Havertz. And I was like, he had a bad game. He scored a wonder goal, but it was a fluke.
True, he didn't have a good game.
And they were like, "Oh, what does Havertz he's an amazing player. This is the real him. He's this and that." And I was like, "He's not really. This guy has to go." And it's not even just him. Majority of the squad has to go, and these guys will bring up other players that are bad. They'll say Aspie has to go, Jorginho has to go. I agree. They have to go too. Everyone has to go.
Mendy, Kepa,
anyway. Yeah,
Thiago Silva, 1-year extension. Are you cool with that?
He's an old man. I don't like. I love Thiago Silva, but at the end of the day, I don't want him bailing us out all the time. Like,
true,
everyone has to go, really, and
everyone, Reece James included.
They'll speak on. Reece James is the only guy, but even still, I'm not fussed. I'm not.
Ziyech, Raheem Sterling, Gallagher, Mount.
Sterling, and
Jorginho.
The guys who came in the summer, they don't count. Like, they just got here. So Sterling and the rest don't.
Havertz. Okay, so Havertz replacing him with Sterling.
Yeah, but anyway,
Havertz you can sell to Leverkusen for maybe 25. Maybe they have to survive in the Bundesliga though.
Yeah,
bro. I genuinely think Bayer Leverkusen could get relegated this year, so you might not even be able to sell him back to Leverkusen.
Yeah,
and honestly, you guys missed a trick of Florian Wirtz, to be honest, because he's gonna be the generational talent coming up out of Leverkusen, 100%. He's so much better than Havertz, and I'm telling you, as someone who watches Leverkusen on the regular, so they're struggling real bad right now, like defensively and whatnot. So
the thing
but anyway, they were talking. Sorry, Fator. But anyway, they people trying to make excuses and say things like, "Oh, Havertz might have things going on in his personal life or with his family." But like, as a fan base, Chelsea fans, when have we ever cared about our players going through things on a personal level? When Kepa had a bad season and he had mental health problems, all I heard was, "Who cares? Kepa broke up with his girlfriend. Everyone has heartbreak. Get over it." When
Tuchel, same thing.
Jorginho has been abused by our fan base since he's got here. No one speaks on mental health.
He gets therapy.
When Werner first came,
there's a Man United player,
and all the abuse. When all the abuse Werner got, and you saw the massive decline in Werner because of the mental health problems he's going through, no one cared. When Lukaku got racial abuse last season for the interview he did, no one cared. Yeah. All of a sudden, I have to care about Havertz. If Havertz is really going through something, I sympathize because I go through mental health stuff. He needs to be dropped for the sake of himself and our squad. But don't use a supposed issue as an excuse for why this guy's being poor.
Essentially, be consistent. If Lukaku's getting racial abuse, you need to call that out. If
no one cares. When I mention Lukaku, everyone says he's a shit player. No one cares about the racial abuse stuff. Why do I have to care about Havertz?
Yeah, and like Victor just commented, in 2017, Willian lost his mother and came back to win the league, but no one cares because you guys won the league.
Exactly. But there
you go. Everyone's got stuff going on in their personal life. There's no doubt.
Yeah, like I say, people will pick and choose in regards to like when is a
who to sympathize with and who to not.
Yeah, like and things affect you. Like if some God forbid anybody who loses a parent, like I'm gonna sympathize. Whether I think you're a good player or not, I'm gonna sympathize if you lose a loved one. Like
100%. Yeah, we're all people at the end of the day.
That's so cool.
What are you saying, Jan?
No.
What are you saying? You prick.
I said, you have a heart. That's nice to know.
Why do people not think I have a heart? Just because I have less compassion than that? Never mind. I do have.
Don't worry, Jan. I love you, Jan.
Oh shit! You know
maybe people.
As I was saying, just because I have less compassion than the average person, but that's a whole different conversation.
Don't say oh. He says this to every girl. Don't say oh.
Yeah, that's true. You like 6 on his list still. You like Europa League spots for him.
That's not what I said.
That's number 1 on your list.
Whoa.
You're not Tim Wine, Jan.
We just got. I see you number 2. You Liverpool on Dan's list. Let's go. That's what I'm saying.
Ooh, hold on, Dan.
You Luigi.
Daniel, who's number 1? Who's number 1?
Kendall.
I respect him. Man said it as well with chest. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
J people, we're gonna get the final few questions in. Before we close out, we just gonna bypass all of that stuff. Yeah, question for Flawless. Did you think VAR we're gonna check the Zuma incident in the box with McTominay? I was worried for a second, like a split second. I was concerned about it, and then I was like, nah, it's not. Or it did, like until I watched it back. Like I said, I did start only a couple because there weren't really too many members' questions. Obviously, the Chelsea lot had a lot to say. We are running an NBA stream after this as well, people. Lakers Nuggets as well on the Twitch. Big up Flawless just joined comments on Ronaldo's performance today. Ronaldo been performing like that from the start. Average at best. He was 5 out of 10 at best. Like that's him. Ronaldo's at the point now where I don't criticize him for his performance because I know his level. He can't
because nothing's changed.
Exactly.
Nothing's changed. So why even try to go in depth on all this or the tactic goes on Twitter? Oh, Ronaldo shifted to a left central midfielder in this phase of play compared to the game against Balkany, where he actually shifted to an attacking midfield duo with a high counter press. This shows Ronaldo's GOAT ability over Pessi. It's like shut the fuck up.
Like literally sounded like Twitter. You know what? I could see Ronaldo stand on Twitter saying that 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Back to the comment. Yeah, that's where I'm at with Ronaldo. Like I look at him like when I seen Alanga in the lineup today. I know why I'm gonna get. Like, why am I gonna criticize an average player for playing average? Like, that's out of order. You know what I'm saying? That's like me, you know what I'm saying, going to Ryan and go, yo, give us tactical in-depth on your loss to Leeds. Like, no, I'm setting man up for fail.
Shut
you know
up, Flawless.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah, that's what you get. Oh, you're such a prick. You know what I'm saying? Hold it, Ryan. I know you watch it.
You know, you're a prick, you know.
Yeah, you're a prick.
He is a prick.
Yo, no one asked you anything, Yan, you know. No one said anything.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, you don't keep your opinions to yourself.
I don't need
to. Is that funny? Yes, sir. Fuck you too. Such a child chuckling to himself.
Man. So many times Yan doesn't even say anything. You could just see Flawless go.
Yeah, man. Y'all got far too much to say for herself, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's that shit, man.
Really rattles him. Nice one, yeah. You continue. You do your
work. I know me really.
Flawless, I really don't. Flawless, did you see Declan Rice been interviewed before playing United, bigging up United? What a club we are. I love that. What a club we are. Yes, how he rates the club. Him and our move.
Please take it, please.
Yeah, of course you would. We're a juggernaut. I say this all the time. We are a juggernaut. Whether we're playing well, whether we're playing badly. So, of course, Rice would love a move to Manchester United.
Well, so the Blazers are still there, but it's
hang on. What was he supposed to come? Wait, hang on. Let me just get this right.
Go on.
Was he supposed to come out and go, yeah, United have been shit for the last 10 years?
Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He said the same thing about Chelsea. He said the same thing.
Yeah, he probably did.
Probably when he played Liverpool last week, he said the same thing.
When it comes up to St. James's Park, he'll be flirting with Amanda Stavely or whatever is what it is, you know. So
to Daredevil, he says Alanga, Cristiano, Bruno. Yeah, and Daredevil, like I put Bruno in that bracket as well. That's why I don't criticize him. Like outside of the game, like if he does something in the game I don't like, I will. But I'm saying beforehand, outside of the game, I know what I'm getting with these players. So it's like I don't expect more from them. Yeah, go on, Prime. Go on.
Did you say your
Go on, Prime.
Did United fans have Lingard stands?
Did we have
Probably.
Lingard was one of them. He was kind of like in the middle. Like they kind of liked him because he came through Carrington. But then
I thought he's always been shit. So I'm
not because no. Lingard was a good player. He just again, he's one of them. He's very easy to criticize. He's a good player.
Okay, let me help.
That's
They have.
Yeah, was a good player. I don't get it. Like, was he exceptional? No. Was Lingard
a good player? Final goal. I gotta give him credit there, but like, he moved the needle.
Let me phrase the question. You've been exposed to the Chelsea fan base in the last maybe 6 months to a year. Has Lingard got protected the way? Has Lingard got protected the way any of our mid players?
Hell no. He doesn't.
Cool. Do you have an Alanga? Is there Alanga stance or
probably
definitely no Alanga stance?
McTominay stance.
There are McTominay passion and desire.
because Carrington, innit? If you come through Carrington, they are gonna,
Luke
they
Shaw
gonna.
You got the golden ticket if you got the
Luke
case.
Shaw stats.
Oh, McTominay's
Yeah,
nice.
it
I've
is.
seen a few.
Yeah, the thing is, C1 Rice today. I thought he was decent today. When I take my problem with Rice, is the price point. That's the issue I have. He's not 100 million.
Hey, you're rich, man. What are you on about? You're rich.
Yeah, man, you got money, man. Yeah, man, you got money.
Who's got money? Are you talking about me or my football club?
Your football club, innit?
Yeah, about the
Oh,
Glazers.
see, that's the way he said that. I thought you were talking about. But yeah, he's not 100 million. Go on.
Richard Arnold said they ain't spending in the
Go on,
summer.
Sefo.
I want every Chelsea fan to just give this up, okay? Just like Thanos, Rice going to Chelsea is inevitable. Okay, it's going to happen. Stop wasting energy. Stop thinking about it. He is a good player. He's not a bad player. Okay, it's just the price of me. But he will be a Chelsea player. It's inevitable. Okay,
whether he plays like crap or he plays brilliant.
Whether it's this summer or the summer after, he will be a Chelsea player. Don't waste your time arguing about it. It's just going to happen. Okay, just let
I'm worried.
You know what? Yeah, go on, Steve.
I was just gonna say, bro, I ain't worried about Declan Rice. I'm too busy scouting fucking Ligue 2 in France for some midfielders for way cheaper. So is what it is.
Yeah, the way Ligue 1 is chatting.
Maxime Leprenant. That's the next big name coming out of Lyon in midfield. And Kakare. So there you go.
I'm sure
if you want, like if I were to suggest a replacement for N'Golo Conte, it would be Maxence Kakare at Lyon.
I'm guessing he's French. Is he French?
Yeah, he is. He enjoys the creme brulee or the filet mignon or even some coup de France, you know?
Coup de France is the trophy.
Hey,
he doesn't enjoy it that much because he's never won it with Lyon.
Right, people, big up to
coup de France.
Hey, Surfer, no one asked your opinion on that. You shut your face in it. How about that? Yeah.
I want to hear from Jan.
Whatever, man. Yo, we closing out the stream, people.
Stop hating.
I was gonna get to you, Jan. Actually, let me just close out the goddamn show, woman, and then I'll get to you. All right. Jesus Christ.
Outrageous behavior, man.
2022,
man. Get out of the cave, you caveman.
I do need to be fair. I do need to shave. So
same, I haven't. Yeah, same shit. We move. But
flawless, man.
I know, man. Serious. My hair's a mess. That's why I've been wearing. You know what I'm saying? The skull cap for the longest.
How you cover your face as well.
Love to everyone. You make sure you keep your camera off as well. I don't want to see you. But yeah, we love. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see
the only one then.
I want to hear a voice. Yeah, I'm facts. I stand alone, 10 toes down. I want to see her. You know what I'm saying? Hear a voice.
Nice, clean shaven. You feel me? Like,
no one cares, Ahmed. No one cares.
No one cares.
Ahmed, do you know what I'm saying?
Ahmed, you ain't hit puberty yet, Ahmed. Don't even try it.
Listen.
That's why your voice is so high.
East Africa, we don't grow like big beards.
All right, cool. Anyways, people, love to everybody. Yo, man, let me close out the show. Love to everyone that's locked in. Head over to the Twitch because we're going live for the Lakers Nuggets game. So get over there. Timo will be over there. Lakers Nation in the building. The rest of the gang will probably in the building as well. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Prime, quickly, anything you want to add before we go?
Hey, fuck Chelsea fans.
All right, cool. Yan City, anything you want to add quickly before we close out?
Why has it got to be quickly? Maybe I want to...
Because I ain't got time for your monologue. That's why. Not today. No. Like, if it was a normal Q&A, say your piece, we could have a answer. Not today. You know what I'm saying?
Love.
Today's
I'm Victor.
Don't hit me with love too.
I'm from Wilmslow. That's it. But yeah.
Hey, big up. Let's go.
No, he's been asking me the question the whole stream. But yeah. Big
Go
up to you lot. Fuck the big dickhead in the top left, my left-hand corner. You know what I mean? It's what it is.
Yo, Daniel, anything you want to add, fam?
I just want my club back. Also, Frank Wright out. He sucks.
You know what? For what you said before, Dan, I'm glad all your clubs, you know what I'm saying, is suffering. Hold that. Surfer, anything you want to add?
I may know you get relegated, but...
Yeah, let me just say something to you, love. I just want to say...
He's like, God, flawless, love.
Guy's a top troll, you know. This guy's a top troll.
I just want to say, like the previous stream Jan was on, very good. Well, you come back sooner, Jan, please. It's always a pleasure having you on the.
Thank you.
Sorry, Flawless won't say that.
Imagine if other people were kind. That'd be
exactly.
So
yeah, I don't know what Flawless. He's been very rude recently, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, follow, share, subscribe, join. Flawless should be kinder on other streams now, you know. But we'll move. We'll move.
I'm dreading the next guy we're gonna go to for the outro. Yo, keep it short, Timo.
All 6. Love you, Jan.
Oh my God. Oh, come on. Anything you want to add?
Like, share, subscribe.
Look at him hating because he ain't getting love.
If you're on the Twitch, you know, give us a follow, and if you've got a Prime subscription, you can give a free Prime subscription, of course, to follow us to help him out. And you know, badge over players, and maybe Chelsea will come back.
Let's go, badge hat. And Stevie was here because he is a member of the channel. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment, also underneath in the description. Also, go check out the latesttrends.net as well, people. www.thelatesttrends.net, online clothing, so designer clothing at cheaper prices. So make sure you go check it out and follow them on the Instagram as well. Steve, anything you want to add, my guy?
Newcastle top 4. It's a conversation no one's ready to have yet, but we'll watch Lazio to win the Europa League, and maybe, God willing, Racing Club Strasbourg Alsace might just survive this season in Ligue 1. Relegation battle.
There you go.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, same as so was I. But yeah, love to everyone that has locked in. Get over to the Twitch, people. We're going live literally in 2 minutes on the Twitch. So big up to everyone that's tuned in. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm City TV.
Tune in for some West Brick.
Big up.
Hop in.
Fuck you up, man.
All right, love.